Hey, good evening, everyone. It is RevTrev from Kempner Canucks, and I'm so glad you're here for the post-game show of the Carolina Hurricanes. We went on the road to be in Carolina versus our beloved Vancouver Canucks. You know, the ones that we're all complaining about, that we're all frustrated about, you know, that team? Yeah. I think there's a lot of negative going on in our fan base and media, and I would say rightfully so. Okay, rightfully so. You got to remember that it's kind of due. It's kind of due. And a lot of injuries have happened with this roster. In fact, there was a time where we had the most injuries in the NHL. And you know what I said when before the season started, the Canucks are making the playoffs. I said, if we can stay healthy, we're making the playoffs. And a lot of people are really frustrated where the Canucks are at. Well, guess what? We haven't been healthy. So I don't know what else you want this team to do. It wasn't fantastic to start, but it is good enough. It's a playoff contender team when healthy. And a lot of people might say, RevTrev, you're out to lunch on that one, buddy. Well, maybe not. I think we're just scratching the surface of what this team can do. The management believes in this team. The management's frustrated with all the injuries, just like us. And the good old Canucks get a decent game tonight. I don't know how many of you raise your hand right now. Raise your hand if you felt tonight the Vancouver Canucks were going to lose to the Carolina Hurricanes. Just raise your hand, because I'm raising my hand. I thought we were going to lose tonight. I'm thinking we played Colorado, then we played Winnipeg, and then we played Carolina. That's insane, everyone. That's three tough teams. We lose we lose 3 games in a row, but 2 of them we get a point, and that's the important piece. So the Canucks, I should probably put this on the screen. Canes 4 in OT. Okay. Canucks lose to the Canes 4-3 in overtime. I was not expecting us to go to overtime. I thought we were going to lose in regulation. We lost in overtime to the Colorado Avalanche. We lost in regulation to the Winnipeg Jets, and here we are. We lost in overtime. And those are much needed points when you're playing teams. And if we're all honest, they're better than us right now because they're healthy and we're not. All 3 of those teams are healthy. All 3. And so to be in the games, you got to remember that this is the kind of team that you'll want to be. Still fighting, still being competitive, still being there. And I'm happy with this overtime loss. Do I wish that we oh, my hoodie's weird. Okay. Do I wish that we won the game? Of course. Do I wish we won? It doesn't matter actually against a team from the East. Doesn't matter if you won regulation or overtime. I was wishing. By the way, side note, this Vancouver Canucks team, when it comes to overtime, is going to be the most hated team in the entire NHL. The way that we hold on to the puck and go out of the zone, enter the zone, and come out of the zone and just circle around, don't take a shot, hold on to the puck, skate around, trying to make them like nothing. That just, it's such boring hockey. I'm telling you right now, people are going to hate us just for that. They've got to figure out a better system than that, okay? They have to figure out a better system, because at the end of the day, that is not entertaining. I'm telling you right now, the Vancouver Canucks are going to be one of those teams, okay? They're going to be one of those teams that don't, that are going to make it so they stop the 3-on-3. You need to bring it 4-on-4 or do something else. I don't know. 4-on-4 instead of 3-on-3, everyone. Because the hold it, never shoot. I mean, it works sometimes, but not tonight. It didn't. It did not work. It didn't even look good. It was not entertaining. It was not fun to watch. I said that the other game when we did the exact same thing. right? So something to think about. Something to think about. Okay, I want to hear from you. Thank you so much for being here. Here's the big question for tonight. Share what your biggest takeaways were when it came to the Canucks Canes game. Post in the comments. And I'm going to get into my own analysis. I'm going to crack open tonight. We're doing Coke, zero sugar, cherry Coke, cherry Coke, zero. Okay. Zero sugar. Let's try it. I'm a huge Coke cherry fan. I know it's not going to be the same as a normal one, but a normal one has 10 tablespoons, I believe, teaspoons of sugar, and every normal one, this is zero sugar. So let's try it. First thing, immediate, when it comes to any diet, any Coke Zero, you taste aspartame. Okay, you taste aspartame, and you know what? They put the ass into aspartame. The cherry Coke piece tastes good. It's the aspartame that's like bam, just hits you. You know what I mean? So I hope you found that funny. I was trying to be funny there. Maybe it's I went over the line there, but anyways, cheers. All right, let's talk about this game. Quickly, we'll dive into it, okay? First thing is Sasson snipes again. What a beautiful goal by Sasson. I don't know what it is with this kid, but he is, I know maybe some people want me to say Sasson snipes a gun, you know. I don't know. Sasson snipes it again. His speed, his effectiveness, his being able to be dangerous out there. I absolutely love what I'm seeing with Max Sasson. That guy has been a bright spot for the Vancouver Canucks bottom six. And I'm very here. Congrats, Max. Well done. Wow. Okay. First shot of the game. First shot of the game for the Canucks. We score. And it's like, yeah, we're winning this, baby. Nope. No, we aren't. But by the way, Carolina, so much fun watching their fans. They really get into the games. And apparently, Carolina and Calgary are the two worst stadiums in the entire NHL. Calgary's talking about rebuilding theirs. I don't know if there's any noise about Carolina doing such a thing. But, man, Carolina, guys, that fan base tonight was rocking. It was fun to watch. It was fun to watch. So, and then of course we know Demko is out and Lankinen is in, but the goaltending update is on the LTIR. Everyone on the LTIR. Oh, my son just asked if I'm streaming. I just got a message from my wife. She said, okay, so LT message from my son and my wife. That's cool. Okay, so goaltending. Demko's on LTR, like, or say what? And it's like, hey, he's just gonna be out for a little bit. You know, it's like, really? That is why. We're just going through some of my text messages. Yeah. Demko's on the LTIR. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts, right? Crazy that the Canucks are there and struggling. And we know that they extended him. We know that he's struggled with injuries. And here we are. Okay. Goaltending update is Demko was on LTIR. How long he's going to be on it, I have no idea. But it does not sound good, everyone. It does not sound good. The other thing about this game is that the Canes outshot the Canucks 38-17. That is just not there. My son's messaging me. Okay, so 38-17 is just not acceptable, right? Come on. So I'm just sitting there and I'm like looking at this and I'm like, this is not good. This is not good. how can we not generate more shots? Now, the good news is we scored 3 goals. That's the good news, okay? We scored 3 goals, but it's just at that stage where you're sitting there and you're going, for reals here? Is this what's happening? Is that's what's going to happen with this roster, this team? Is that we just get outshot every single night? Now, we stayed in the game. We got a point. I mean, it's not about quantity, it's about quality, but, I don't know. There's got to be a little bit more shots going up than that. And I want to talk a little bit about Pettersson's performance tonight. And that is so important for us to consider and chat about, and all those wonderful things that we love to talk about, especially me. I love to talk about Pettersson's performance. And during the game, had a lot of good moments. I mean, the steal to get it was a shorthanded goal. I believe it was a shorthanded goal. Let me just make sure I'm saying that right. I'm sure it was. Yeah, shorthanded goal. Steals the puck, ties the game at 2. That was super impressive. Okay. Beautiful shot. And as you know, and as many people, have been saying, we need Pettersson to shoot the puck more. Like, he's a great passer, elite passer, but shoot the puck. Good things happen when he shoots the puck. Look at that goal he had tonight. Fantastic. Then on the power play, I was so impressed by the tic-tac-toe. Pettersson, beautiful pass to Besser, beautiful pass to Garland, and Garland just gets it on net as soon as they can. Guys, that was really impressive. And then that was it. The goals dried up, and the Hurricanes tied up with just a few minutes. Oh no, it was 6:26 into the period, and it was crazy. And then of course Aho. Now I want to talk to you. So Pettersson gets 2 points, and that's the good news. Okay, that's the good news, because if he's going to get paid, he needs to produce, and he needs to produce points. So tonight, mission accomplished for Pettersson, 4 points. Now, if we talk about the overtime, Pettersson was horrendous. I've actually filmed stuff, and I know people, the PD police are going to get triggered, okay? PD police, you're going to get triggered on this. But if you think about it for just a second, okay? Turned over the puck awfully, and the 2 face-offs, he lost both of them, and then gets like juked and looks lost, and we end up losing the game because he gets burned and Aho scores. And so you go from having this really good 60-minute game from Pettersson to a 5-minute overtime where he looks awful. You'll see it. I'm going to make it reel or TikTok, whatever they are, YouTube short. You're going to see it on my socials. It is absolutely horrendous what he did in overtime. And it's like, okay, well, I got to take the good with the bad. And he had 2 points tonight. And so I'll take it. Okay. But yeah, I hope that is more of what we're trying to do here, and seeing more offensive production, and I absolutely love it. Okay, I want to dive into comments, but before I do want to bring up this right here. I want to bring up, this was tonight's lineup walking in, and let's just be honest, this lineup is not great at all. No Hughes, no Quinn Hughes tonight, and we still walk away with the point. I'll drink to that. You have Patera. That's the backup. You have Kane, Pettersson, Garland as the top line. I actually like that line. That's one of the lines I've been saying. I do like that one. The second line, though, is tough because Besser's actually a right winger, and he's playing left wing. Reichel's centering that. Sherwood is on the right-hand side. And then you have – it's an okay line for sure. But then this is the one that confused me. DeBrusk normally plays left wing. He's on the right wing. Drew O'Connor is on the left wing and Ratu's in the middle. And then you have McCracken, Sasson, and Carlson, which is fine. They produced tonight. That's great. Defenseman, it was Elias Pettersson and Hronek together. And then you had Marcus Pettersson, Tyler Myers, Joseph, and Verlander. This is a struggling lineup, everyone. Let's just be honest. Let's be completely honest, right? But Garland's back. Hughes is out. I mean, they're playing Joseph. He's not great. He's okay. It's one of those rough ones. You know what I mean? Who else are we missing there? That's like Höglander. When is he coming back? That's huge. So this was the team tonight, and it came away, made it into overtime. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I want to dive into your comments. So glad that each one of you are here. And Coach Rob Willie is the first one in the building, which I absolutely love. Hey, Jake's Takes Hockey. Love your videos. Love your passion. I can't complain with the heart from the young guys. This game really wanted them to pull it off, but can't complain with the effort tonight. I agree. Good points. Okay. Now, I forgot to do the promo. Let me do the promo, and then we'll dive back into some of the comments. Again, glad you're here. Sorry, I had to plug something in here. And I have all these not technical difficulties, lots of things going on tonight, lots of text messages coming in from family, which, family first, everyone, right? What did you think of Evander Kane tonight, Kemp? Yeah, I'm not sure. There's some good, the bad, the ugly. I don't know. You guys tell me what you thought. I don't want to be too negative here tonight. So let's go. Let's see what else you guys say. Coach Rob says he can't see the chat anymore. You can't? That's weird. Name an anime character for an edit. I don't even know one name of an anime character. I don't know one. Sorry. Okay, Kelly. Refs were blind to high sticking, tripping, roughing for Canes most of the game. I mean, that's concerning, right? Like what the refs. This is the NHL, guys. These are the best refs in the entire world, and they miss calls. Come on, why is this not working? Come on. Well, that's why it's not working. It's doing that. There's too much going on. Okay, that's weird. So the refs are blind. Okay, we'll read the next one. Raymond says the Alrighty. If anyone's still here. Wow. Oh my goodness. My apologies, everyone. Okay. So the fact that the Canucks need to be healthy to barely make the playoffs indicates their lack of depth, as they would be 1-2 key injuries away from missing the playoffs. I mean, that's a great point. That's a really great point. I love it that Jake Takes Hockey is going to try not to be negative. I love that. Todd says the players out since the start: Höglander, Hyman, Kako, came out scoring. Let's hope Höglander's next. Yeah, that would be awesome. The overtime is the Disney on Ice, right? The Disney on Ice. So that is concerning for sure. I have no idea when Lekkerimäki will return. Let's dive into some more comments here. We got so many, and I do apologize for the big delay. That was weird. Mancini activated just as Hronek leaves at the end of the third. Okay, so there you go. Have I tried bubbly yet? Absolutely. I don't like it at all. I just don't like that carbonated, just the carbonated water. Okay. Cosmic says, my biggest takeaway is that the team will never accomplish squat until we do a proper rebuild, and even that's no guarantee. Yeah, and let me just bring up Rutherford. I've told you guys over and over again that there will not be a rebuild in this team, guys. Like, I want to show you this, okay? I want to show you this. I want to bring this over here. Now I want to bring it here. Sportsnet asks, Quinn Hughes' future will be the subplot all season. Will his decision next summer whether to re-sign with the Canucks or ask to play with his brothers determine which the direction the team building takes? And Ruther said, no, I don't think so. I think as long as we stay the course and keep getting younger players that we feel will play, and of course in the NHL, and contribute to a team that can become a consistent playoff team and a contender, then that's what we will do. So that was a huge statement by him. And if you look at the other one that was said in that interview, which is here, now let's move it to here. Okay, so Soren says, what's the best case scenario from here? And Rutherford, our president of hockey operations, said the best case scenario is we get our players back. We stick with the priority we've had for 6 months to get another center, and then see where we're at, take a run at the playoffs. And if you get into the playoffs, you just never know. You just never know. There is no rebuild on this squad at all. But yeah, I get why you'd be frustrated for sure. I get that. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. Rod says I can only drink the clear diet pops like 7-Up, Zero, and Sprite. You know, the Sprite Zero is good as well. I haven't actually. Wait a minute. I haven't tried the Sprite Zero and 7-Up one. I'm going to try it. But you know what's awesome is the Dr. Pepper Zero. That is really good. And if you're a Costco person, you can go. They come in the 32 packs. So not that I do. So Dave says my biggest takeaway is rebuild is the answer, not count. Kempf. This is a thing. Kempf and Kirkland is the other rumor. Stop with that. These guys do not move the needle. They're not going to help us. These are bottom barrel players that don't move the needle. Okay? I'm sorry. They're third, fourth line players. They're not what we're looking for. So, Ruben, good to see you, my friend. Lankinen was really good. Garland was good too. Steve says, by the way, good to see you, Steve. Petey gets beat at the point on the winning goal. Got to be harder on the puck. Hronek could be out now too. Maybe a concussion protocol. Mancini took pregame steak. Could be back in the lineup soon. I like that. Good to have you back, Trev. Hope you had I had an epic trip. We went to Chicago, to Milwaukee, to Green Bay, to Minneapolis, back to then we that same day I went to St. Paul, which is the Twin City, and then after that we ended up going the next day back to Green Bay to watch the Monday Nighter. So I saw the Bulls versus Bucks on Friday night. I went to the stadium tour of Lambeau Field on Saturday. Sunday morning, I was in Minneapolis to watch the Ravens versus Vikings game in the morning. And then in the evening, we went to St. Paul to watch the Minnesota Wild beat the Calgary Flames. Loved it. 2-0. And then we traveled to Green Bay the next day for the Eagles Packers Monday night defensive game that you've ever seen. And then we drove back after that game, got to the airport about 2 a.m., got to the gates at 3 a.m. and flew out at 6 a.m. and started our way back from Chicago all the way to Minneapolis, then from Minneapolis to Vancouver, and then of course the ferries, because I live on Vancouver Island in Nanaimo. So the line changed. Petey had no one to pass to, hence why he shot it, which is great. That's great. That's a beautiful goal. And his assist on the power play goal was perfect. I agree. Aho completely juked Petey on that OT goal. Yep, it was brutal. Govind, even if the Canucks are healthy, I don't see them making it to the playoffs. I understand. I still think we can. It's going to take a lot of uphill battle. We need more of what we saw tonight, minus the overtime goal. I agree. Lineup is all over the place for sure. Dell, good to see you, by the way. Grogu, good to see you. Reichel barely played in the third, so we traded for a guy who only plays 2 periods. I know. Cosmic does not like this lineup. I get it. David W's in the building, says Höglander appears. Appears to be available at least until after, unlikely to be available until after this weekend. Okay. All right. I have to go in a few minutes. I'm selling something on Facebook Marketplace. So, okay. Unplugged says tonight's roster looks like what our lineup will be during a rebuild after Hughes trade. Who else would you trade on this current roster for draft capital and prospects? You can trade Pedersen. You can trade Besser. You could trade, I don't think you're trading Garland. You could trade Kane. You could trade Kane. There's a lot of people to trade if you want. Depends on what you want. Cosmic thinks we have Disney on Ice. I love that one. Okay. Leah, raising my hand even when ahead, I knew we were not winning. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I do not think they're going to get him. And no, actually, I think that the Canucks could get Kempf, but I think it's a terrible idea. It's wasting capital. It's wasting all kinds of stuff. So I don't know. Salary cap stuff, not capital. It's just wasting it. Just because you get him on waivers for free does not mean he's free. Enjoy editing the video. Callum, if Kane stays down after getting beamed in warmups, we win, right? Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta get going soon here. Yeah, I know. I'm seriously, it's so frustrating what's going on. Absolutely. The new Frankenstein movie came out. Apparently, that my thing wants to do that. Frozen again. Petey overplayed Aho on the winner. Todd says, haven't seen the replay yet. Looking forward to the Lank show. Okay, so playoffs. I know. I'm talking playoffs. I'm still holding on to faith and hope, brother. Absolutely. Blazer fan, good to see you. Best case scenario is Canucks draft McKenna, and somehow Hughes signs with the Canucks. That is the best. That is the best case scenario. I agree. Yeah, they didn't do very good for sure. Toronto didn't. David W says, I get it. Rebuilds can be painful. That said, the Canucks have struggled this month, and not even retooling would be stupid if they remain a bubble team going into the last weekend of this month. Yeah. Steve says there we go. Many hope we can get this and hope we can get that. Gramps, Rutherford, that we've all lost hope. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was an awesome vacation. It was an absolute awesome vacation. My sister, good to see you. Govan says Canucks won't win with this current ownership group, no practice facility, and they keep hiring yes men for management positions. Alvin and Rutherford are just as bad as Benning. I mean, we're going to find out. So Trev, any guilt traveling to the U.S., supporting the U.S. economy? Zero guilt. In fact, I've had so many people like, hey, I'm going to go on this epic trip. And everyone's like, I wouldn't do that. And I'm like, okay. That's a dumb idea. People say, like, really? I had a fantastic time. Absolutely fantastic time. It was one of the best trips of my life. Nothing is perfect. Kane caused 2 goals against. One of the dumbest high stick penalties ever, follow up by failing to get back to the play because he was throwing a hissy fit in the Kane zone after the Miller hit him. Yeah, I know. I've been trying to stay positive. It's so hard with this team, especially with Kane. I know, Blazer fan. Still think they should have kept Shilas because of Demko. I mean, obviously, hindsight 2020, but it's not like that. The history of propaganda. Reichel is playing 2 periods now. It's about growth here. Patience is needed. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Kempf is going to be available, so I agree. This is what I'm saying. He's not an improvement. Petey banged that one home and then fell asleep for a second on the winner. I think he was terrible in overtime. Justin says Kempf is not good. Canucks will probably get him. Sitting behind the Cougars goalie. Oh, you're at the Blazers. You're the Blazers game in Prince George. That's cool. Go Blazers. Go Blazers. The hockey news said Stanley Cups were only a matter of time in Toronto. Yeah, a lot of time has passed since 1967. Okay. Okay, I've got to run. But Bo Horvat's on fire. I've got someone coming over to buy something from Facebook Marketplace. And thanks so much for being here, everyone. I'm going to make a bunch of content this weekend. Make sure you see it. I'm going to post that stuff about Pedersen either tonight or tomorrow. And yeah, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you showed up. I'm so sorry about the whatever happened there, the double whammy that didn't work well. I'm trying a new thing where I'm filming off of 2. I'm not filming. I'm projecting 2 screens at the same time. So basically I'm streaming twice off of YouTube. So you can have the vertical and you can have the horizontal, which is wild that you can do that. I think it's just too much overload on my system. So anyways, thank you so much for being here, everyone. I'm going to keep believing in blue. And we got a game Sunday. What is the game Sunday? Sunday we play. Oh, we got back-to-back. Sunday at 2:00, we're playing the Tampa Bay Lightning. And then on Monday at 4 p.m. against the Panthers. The bleeding doesn't stop. The tough games doesn't stop. So let's keep believing in blue. Let's cheer this team on. Let's see what they can do. Okay? Go Canucks, go.